I really adored Hats Off to Christmas. This is a 2013 Hallmark film directed by Terry Ingram and stars Haylie Duff as our protagonist, Mia. And she works in this store called Hats Off to Christmas, and they sell Christmas hats, but all year round. And one thing I will say that was a bit disappointing, it's really the only thing that I didn't like, is that we don't get to see enough of the hats. There are some really unique Christmas hat designs, and we see them fleetingly, but I would have liked them to pay more attention to those. It just would have been an interesting, quirky element. But beyond that, I thought it was pretty good. So the description from IMDb sums it up nicely without giving any spoilers, and this is as follows. After 10 years, Mia hopes for promotion to upper management in the store when the boss owner wants to see her, but he wants her to show his son, Nick, the ropes. I apologize for the weird way I'm pronouncing that. The grammar in this description is really bad. I should have read it out loud before I read it in my head before I read it out loud. Mia is a widowed mother and Nick is single. That's pretty important to set up the fact that this is a very stereotypical Hallmark film with regards to the romantic element. Mia is not just a single mother, she is a single mother to Scott, played by Michael Kyer, and an accident happened that we never really get the full details about. But there was an accident, he no longer has the use of his legs, so it's costing her a lot in medical bills. She is struggling quite financially. And I will say, Michael Kyer is brilliant in this. I loved his performance. Scott is such a positive, uplifting, motivational character. Really thought he was very well written. So that's your pretty stereotypical protagonist setup. Nick is quite antagonistic. He's played by Antonio Cupo. He, when he shows up, he just wants to get in, do the assessment, and get out. But as the film progresses, Mia begins to show him that there's more to life than just, the high New York City lifestyle and crunching the numbers and making as much as possible. There's a much more personable approach to life, particularly at Christmas. And given that the shop sells Christmas hats all year round, that's something that he really should be able to realize. I thought it was lovely. I really enjoyed it. I'm not going to pretend that it's, the most unique film I've ever seen, although I definitely haven't seen a film about a Christmas shop that sells just Christmas hats all year round. That concept, maybe not a great business model, but certainly it's unique. Apart from not seeing enough hat designs, I honestly really enjoyed it. I think Haylie Duff is brilliant as Mia, very believable. Her motivations are realistic. The way she interacts with Nick is, for the most part, realistic. I think she overreacts a few times, but also Nick disappointed me a few times. Just when you think he's beginning to change, he does something that makes you question if he's capable of change. I think the development of the character is very good. I honestly have no genuine complaints. It's quite festive. It's not 100% festive. It's not all candy canes and caroling, but the fact that pretty much every other scene has Christmas hats in the background, Christmas is definitely going to be on your mind. I liked it. I would thoroughly recommend it. I would probably watch it again, and I'd like a sequel. There are some Hallmark films that I watch once, like, and move on. And then there are some where I really want to know what happens afterwards. And if anybody ever decides to make a sequel to this, I'd definitely be the first person to see it. I'd have my name up there straight away. Would love to see a sequel to Hats Off to Christmas. Genuinely really enjoyed it.